Good morning, children. Today we are going to start with the first chapter of GK, that is, First Among Equals. In this chapter, we will discuss and learn about the people who were the first in their category. First in the category means वो पहले थे जिन्होंने कोई काम किया. For example, first woman to scale the Mount Everest, first Indian woman to scale the Mount Everest, first Indian women president, first Indian prime minister, first Indian president. So these people were the first जिन्होंने कोई भी चीज दूसरों से पहले की, and which is why they became very famous and they are going to be famous forever because उन्होंने जो किया उनसे पहले किसी ने भी नहीं किया था. Either other people thought कि ये काम नामुमकिन है, or nobody had the courage to do it, or nobody had the willpower to do it. So in this chapter we are going to learn about those people, those Indians who did something for the first time. No Indian before them was able to do it. They were the first जिन्होंने किया. So let us begin with the exercise. Exercise number A is identify these famous Indians who have created history. उन फेमस इंडियंस के नेम्स बताइए जिन्होंने हिस्ट्री क्रिएट की है. उन्होंने हिस्ट्री इस तरीके से क्रिएट की है क्योंकि उनसे पहले वो काम किसी ने नहीं किया था, और आप कोई भी काम अगर सबसे पहले करते हैं तो यू देन on that date make history. So our first question is, first Indian to receive an Oscar for lifetime achievement which happened in 1992. First Indian actor जिसको lifetime achievement award मिला, उनका नेम क्या था? Name of that actor was Satyajit Ray. As you can see on the screen, there is his photo. He was the first Indian to receive an Oscar for lifetime achievement. Means his life was spent in the industry of movie making and they recognized his efforts and thus the Oscar was given. Next one is first prime minister born after India's independence. 1950. Means this prime minister was born after the independence of India. He was born in 1950 and his name is Shri Narendra Modi. He is our current prime minister. He is serving for the second term. He first served in 2014 and now he is back in the second term. Third is first Indian to travel in space. The first Indian, not the first person in the world. दुनिया का पहला इंसान नहीं, इंडिया का पहला इंसान जो स्पेस में गया था. He is a very famous person. Everybody knows him. His name is राकेश शर्मा. वो पहले इंडियन थे जो स्पेस में गए थे. And famous quotation, सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा. He is the one who said it when the prime minister asked कि भारत वहां से कैसा लग रहा है. His reply was सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा. First Indian born recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014. 2014 में नोबेल पीस प्राइज मिला था इनको. His name is कैलाश सत्यार्थी. He is also born in India. He is alive and he does humanitarian work in India and across the world. Question number 5. First president of independent India 1950. 1950 में इंडिया के पहले प्रेसिडेंट जो बने थे, his name was Dr. राजेंद्र प्रसाद. He was a very genuine man. बहुत अच्छे इंसान थे. And he was the first प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट इंडिया. आज़ादी मिलने के बाद पहले हमारे राष्ट्रपति थे डॉक्टर राजेंद्र प्रसाद. नेक्स्ट, द इंडियन वुमन टू स्केल माउंट एवरेस्ट. टू स्केल माउंट एवरेस्ट का मीनिंग होता है जिन्होंने माउंट एवरेस्ट के ऊपर चढ़ाई की थी 1984. 1984 में इन्होंने माउंट एवरेस्ट के ऊपर इन्होंने चढ़ाई की थी. इनका नेम है विशेंद्री पाल. नंबर 7. फर्स्ट इंडियन टू विन अ सिल्वर मेडल इन बैडमिंटन इन दी ओलंपिक्स. ओलंपिक्स में 2016 में रिसेंटली इन्होंने सिल्वर मेडल जीता था एंड हर नेम इज पीवी सिंधु. ऑलमोस्ट एवरीबडी नोज हर. शी इज़ अ वेरी फेमस प्लेयर एंड इंडिया इज़ वेरी प्राउड ऑफ हर. और ये सिल्वर मेडल लेके आए थे. शी लॉस्ट टू अ प्लेयर फ्रॉम चाइना. आई थिंक शी लॉस्ट टू अ प्लेयर फ्रॉम चाइना बट शी स्कोर्ड सेकंड पोजीशन विच इज़ अ वेरी ट्रेमेंडस टास्क. 8th, फर्स्ट इंडियन विमेन स्कोर डबल 100 इन टेस्ट क्रिकेट. टेस्ट क्रिकेट में फर्स्ट इंडियन विमेन जिन्होंने एक डबल सेंचुरी लगाई है and her name is Mithali Raj. This happened recently in 2017. So in 2016 we got this silver medal in the Olympics. In 2017 Mithali Raj scored a double 100. Means she made more than 200 runs. Question number 9. First woman president of the UN General Assembly from India. इंडिया की तरफ से यूएन जनरल असेंबली के लिए फर्स्ट वुमेन प्रेसिडेंट वाज विजय लक्ष्मी पंडित. This happened in 1953. Thus, the picture is in black and white, and you can see this is a very old but very important event in the Indian history. And the last one, but the not least one, is first woman president of India. The first women president. This also happened quite a while ago, actually more than 12 years ago. Her name is Srimati Pratibha Patil. Pratibha Devi Singh Patil is actually her complete name. This sums up our first exercise. Let us move to the second part. Second part, now these are the people who did something first, means they did something before everybody else could. Anybody else did. But these are not Indians, these are from around the world. So the first question is, who is the first woman to win an Oscar for Best Direction of a film? The director of the Hurt Locker movie, which was made in 2009, is Catherine Bigelow. She got the first Oscar. She was the first woman to win an Oscar for Best Direction. No woman had ever gotten the Oscar in this category. Second is, who was the first woman to reach the summit of Mount Everest? Now we know Bachendri Pal was the first Indian woman to reach the Mount Everest. But she was not the first woman to do it. The first woman who ever reached the summit of Mount Everest, summit means the top of Mount Everest, her name was Junko Tibay. Bachendri Pal was the first Indian woman, but Junko Tibay was the first woman ever who reached the top of the Mount Everest. Question number 3. Who was the first man to fly into space? Now we all know that Neil Armstrong was the first person to set foot on the moon. उन्होंने चांद पे सबसे पहले पैर रखा था, बट ही वॉज नॉट द फर्स्ट पर्सन. वो पहले इंसान नहीं थे जो स्पेस में गए थे. एक्चुअली अमेरिका पहला देश नहीं था जो स्पेस में गया था. रशिया, उस टाइम पे यूएसएसआर के नाम से उसको जानते थे, वॉज द फर्स्ट कंट्री टू सेंड अ पर्सन इन स्पेस. और जो पहले एस्ट्रोनॉट थे जिनको रशिया में कॉस्मोनॉट बोला जाता है, वो थे यूरी गगैरिन, जो स्पेस में सबसे पहले गए थे. उन्होंने एक कुछ डिस्टेंस की फ्लाइट कवर की और उसके बाद ही केम बैक. सो आंसर इज यूरी गगैरिन. नील आर्मस्ट्रॉन्ग वाज द फर्स्ट मैन टू सेट फुट. सेकंड पर्सन वाज बज ऑल्ड्रिन. बज ऑल्ड्रिन इज स्टिल अलाइव. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. विच वाज द फर्स्ट कंट्री टू प्रिंट बुक्स? कौन सी कंट्री थी जिसने सबसे पहले बुक प्रिंट किया था? एंड द आंसर इज चाइना. चाइना वर्ल्ड की पहली कंट्री थी जिसने बुक प्रिंटिंग स्टार्ट की थी. Which was the first country to host the modern Olympics? Olympics are a very old game, but the new set of rules and new Olympics started from Greece, of the Roman Empire actually. Question number 6, the last question is, who is the first woman from Africa to have won the Nobel Peace Prize? पहली लेडी अफ्रीकन कॉन्टिनेंट से जिन्होंने नोबेल पीस प्राइज जीता हो. Her name, or she achieved the Peace Prize actually. Her name is Wangari Maathai. She was from the African continent. She is the first woman from Africa to win the Nobel Peace Prize. And with that, the first chapter comes to an end. At the bottom, you can see there are two things in your book: Did you know and Just for Fun. Now, in Did you know, there is a little trivia about Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi के बारे में थोड़ी information है. The first wax statue of a living Indian. He was the first living Indian जिनका स्टैचू बनाया गया था. और मैडम तुसाद जो लंदन में एक म्यूजियम है, उनके अंदर इनका वैक्स का स्टैचू लगाया गया था. इट वॉज मेड इन 1939. 1939 में इनका स्टैचू वहाँ पे लगा दिया गया था. एंड जस्ट फॉर फन is a trivia. It's a little puzzle. You can easily do it yourself, but the answer is E, the letter E of the English alphabet. वो इसका आंसर है. appear 2 times in sleep. sleep में ये 2 बार आता है. SLEEP. so 2 times उसमें है. आफ्टरनून में just 1 है, 1 टाइम आता है. I am not found in mountains. mountains में ये mountain की spelling में ये नहीं है, but river, seas and oceans में ये है. so the answer is the letter E of the English alphabet. Now with that, our chapter comes to an end. If you have any queries or if you have any questions, you can ask me. Thank you and have a good day.